Welcome to LSU's Tiger Stadium after dark, an environment unlike any other in sports. Very intimidating for visitors. As they say, this is where visitors' dreams come to die. This is not your normal matchup. A battle of top 5 teams, 2 forces colliding here near the end of the season. Cannot wait for this one. Big playoff implications. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the LSU Tigers. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The Gamecocks will kick this deep to get us going. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Good work by the blockers in that return team. He found the lane, and so this drive's going to begin with good field position. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. They're going to run it. The stop made at the 45, but enough for a first down.
Chris, I know when we think about LSU, we go back to 2019, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, that dynamic offense. But at the end of the day, it's still LSU. It's still the SEC. And ground and pound is something they will never move away from. Great job here, and move the sticks.
On first down, why not keep it on the ground?
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. That run sets up a critical third down play. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. This offense picks up the first down. They tackle him at the 44. This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. The shotgun run call. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. They'll ride the back again here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, that's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points, but they could have more. You got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
So on their first possession of the game, the offense stays on the field, and they'll go for it. Here we go, 4th down. They'll try to run for it. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a 4th down play, and they will take over on downs now. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. They'll feed the back again. Stop right near midfield. It'll be a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
That's an important first down on that running play. From the shotgun, handoff inside.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Oh, it's a reverse. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38.
You know, we're seeing this more and more where wide receivers are getting involved in the running game, both here in college and also up in the NFL. I think it's due to plays like this one right here, and it's not going to change anytime soon. Excellent play call.
Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. Short pass finds the tight end. Big man finally brought down by the cornerback. That was a tough assignment.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
They stop him, but it's a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
The Gamecocks have 1st and 10 here. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Well, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
Chris, that's on the offensive line right there. They definitely have to be feeling responsible because it's almost like you didn't protect your little brother back there.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
One way to create a rhythm and really start to show your identity as an offense is to control the line of scrimmage. The offensive line here early getting a hat on a hat, and this back, as good as we've seen all year, with the ability to accelerate through the hole, positive yards, play after play here early in the game.
Brought down at the 5 after the completion. Defense getting pushed back.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. The back's got it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina.
What an opening drive by this offense, and especially this running back. Every single time they gave him the ball, he's getting positive yards behind that big offensive line. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, you better make some adjustments and do it in a hurry. You got to get more guys committed to the line of scrimmage and stop this run game.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back. And it's fielded. Returner trying to make something happen. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive was started. First down here for this offense. There's the handoff. tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down. Quarterback making some changes at the line.
That's the end of the first quarter.
So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. And he drops back in the gun. Airing this one out toward the sideline. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
You know, the game often comes down to a play or two, and the offense just missed a huge opportunity for a big play. Going to have to make some adjustments there and maybe go back to that play and see if they can come up with a big opportunity.
And there's the handoff. And the runner brought down right at the 38-yard line.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. And he pulls in the catch. An explosive play. They'll finally make the tackle down at the 27-yard line.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Now, let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. Here comes a handoff. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards. They're on 1st and 10.
Second down after that run on the previous play. On the handoff, they'll test the right side here. Sophomore with a strong tackle there. So now it's 3rd and short from the 23. Potential 4-down territory. Let's see what the 3rd down call is. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, the offense failed earlier in a 4th down attempt. They'll try it again here. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Aren't you taught on defense, Kirk? Don't let him throw the football over your head. Exactly what happened there.
That makes me really wonder if it was some kind of miscommunication. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I pull my defensive backs over, make sure everybody's on the same page and getting the right calls.
Point after, up and good. The PAT ties the game here in the 2nd quarter now. And the deep kick will sail out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Offense moving into a bunch formation. And the running back takes the handoff.
The running back carry call. Loss of 1. Brings up 2nd down.
It went backwards on 1st down, so 2nd and long from the 24. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Receiver makes the catch. Tackle made at the 41. That's a nice gain. They're getting closer to the 50.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of playing moving forward.
Pre-snap motion from the offense. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Trying to extend the play. He's looking to make a big play downfield.
That ball just seemed to sail on it. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
The offense facing a tough conversion here. 3rd and long from the 42. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for his big tight end. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
Chris, when that quarterback threw that football, I didn't think that play had much of a chance. How about the effort by this wide receiver to lay out and come up with that completion for positive yards?
And the Gamecocks starting a new series here on 1st and 10. And they'll use the ground game here.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
He's going to take off, and we're able to get him down. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. That's the 2-minute warning now here in the first half. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And the junior gets home, making a sack there.
Well, that's the one thing about a guy that always feels that he can rely on his legs. He's always trying to make a play, and this time he just wasn't able to get away from the defense, and that is a big loss for the offense.
And he boots it out of bounds, not very long. And the punt will go out of bounds, taking the returner out of play. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense, almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Second down play coming up. Looks right for a quick completion. Tackle made to the 41. That's a nice gain, getting closer to midfield. They move the 6. They'll hurry to the line here on first down now. And here's the handoff.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. Into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And they'll set up now for the extra point drop. The extra point gives them a 14-7 lead. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with a touchdown. Now they kick off and hopes the defense can get a quick stop. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. South Carolina offense is back out on the field. Backed up this close to the end zone in the final minute. Looks like they just decided to take care of the football and look toward the second half. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
So it's second down and long here from the 13. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Running out of time in the pocket. Oh, the sack is made there by the freshman.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Well, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
One more play before they head to the locker room. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Here's a screen pass to the running back. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. All right, let's get the second half going now. The kickoff team is out there. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. And the Gamecocks offense is back out there on the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, a screen pass is all about timing. But this one just didn't come together at all. You couldn't get the blocking line. The timing was off. Everything seemed to be off. The defense blew up the entire setup.
And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. And now the handoff.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Okay, it's third down after that run. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. The Gamecocks churn out another first down.
Well, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line in this running game. To get to a third down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive that you can come back in this game. You rely on Old Reliable, that offensive line, and they come through for you.
And the Gamecocks line up on 1st and 10 now. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Finds his target. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
For the offense.
The Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
Challenging spot for the offense. It's third down and long from the 45. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Now, the defense better be aggressive here themselves. Clearly, we're seeing an approach by this offense that they're going to attack downfield. Probably saw something in the first half that they could take advantage of. They come out early and try to hit it for a big one.
This one is out of bounds, and that'll give the offense great field position. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Touchdown, Gamecocks. The defense adds 6 points. How about that, Kirk? A defensive touchdown to tie this football game.
Well, you only get a handful of those in an entire season. To be able to come up with that in this game to tie the game is just big time by this defense, and it gets them right back where they need to be.
He knocks through the PAT and ties the score here in the third period. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
Keeping it on the ground here. Fights through the tackler. The gain is good enough for a first down near the 38.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Ball handed off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Loses 2. Second down coming up.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Well, it's a great completion here. Quarterback puts this ball on the money. And when you talk about LSU and you talk about the history, it's easy to bring up Joe Burrow in 2019. But, Chris, you've been following this as long as I have. You know that when LSU is really dangerous, they get consistent play from the quarterback. Doesn't have to be Burrow, but just a guy that can be efficient, be a good leader, and complement the running game. And right now you're starting to see that from this team. Good completion. Now, can you do it consistently? Because if you can, with the athletes they have around that position, they become a real threat.
They look to throw it here on second down. There's a shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. They'll take the lead in the second half.
What a combination. This quarterback and this receiver. What I love here is the quarterback does a good job of not waiting too long. You're going to run out of room if you do. Got the ball out early enough, gave the receiver a chance to not only make the catch, but to get his feet down for that touchdown.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. And the South Carolina offense is back out on the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. He moves the ball out to the 15.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. And they hand it off to the back. And the game will pick up the first down. Tackled at the 22.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Looking to throw it on first down. Pressure is coming. Cannot escape. They've got him. It'll be a short loss, a yard or two.
Well, LSU for years has played a one-gap defense that loves to pin their ears and get upfield. It's a risky defense, and it requires great athleticism on the defensive line, something that they've had forever. Great sack here to keep that tradition alive. But you think back over the years, Booger McFarland and Marcus Spears and Glenn Dorsey and off the edge, Kiki Mingo. Just so many great LSU defensive linemen that can get after that quarterback.
Now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now fourth down.
Oh, the quarterback and receiver just not quite on the same page. But the good news is it's fourth down and short. And trailing in this game, you've got to convert here to keep your hopes alive.
Here we are late in a one-score game, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And it's incomplete to end the drive. A turnover on downs during the late stages of this game. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll run it here. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. The pocket breaking. That football is out. A potentially game-changing play, but who's got it? Defense falls on the ball. Crucial takeaway.
Oh, what a play by this defense. Trailing in the second half. Really, the only way you can get back into this game is create turnovers. Ball's on the ground, they pounce on it, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
So the ball at midfield, and now the offense facing a third and long. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Downfield shot. Falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on third down and long. It's a bit of a risk. But with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you've got to go for it here and hope to convert on fourth and long.
And the punt lands out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they'll spot it here. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. They got into plus territory last time, but the drive ended on a fumble. They got to shake that off immediately. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
They'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the fourth quarter. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Was he on the end line? Apparently not. He's bringing it out. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Gamecocks offense is back out there on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. He's running out of time here. And this time the defense is all over the quarterback run. They bring him down short of the marker.
Brings up second down.
Important second down play coming up. Corner's back up now, playing a couple yards off the ball. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down, but they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Well, that was a bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. The mechanics were a bit shaky.
And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. It's caught downfield. Tackle made after a big gain.
Hey, it's got to start somewhere. That's a nice conversion here on third down. You got a long way to go, but maybe a little momentum here. Let's see what they can do coming off of that nice play.
And the Gamecocks will line up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Defense is coming after him. The freshman introducing himself to the quarterback there.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
After the sack on 1st down, it's 2nd down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up 3rd down.
Chris, I think the pressure is taking a toll on this quarterback. You can just tell the pass rush is affecting his progressions and his willingness to throw it away.
The offense facing a tough conversion here. 3rd and long from the 42. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the 1st down. The pass rush closing in. The freshman's able to get home with a sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Trying for a 4th down completion. Throws it to the right. Finds his man, has the 1st down. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the 1st down.
It's complete. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the 1st down.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
The Gamecocks are going to cash in here in the red zone. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Makes the catch. Can he get in?
Chris, when's the last time you saw a tight end who can lay out like that and make a play?
A chance to get right back into this football game. It's 1st down and goal. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. That's a crucial score, Kurt. Makes it a one-possession game and makes the stretch run of this very interesting.
Yeah, now the pressure turns to their opponent and their offense. The momentum is starting to tilt, and it's your job to go into your 4-minute offense. But I'd expect this defense to be extra aggressive to try to get this ball back.
I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick.
Number 24, set to advance on the football.
And the hands team able to recover the football. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. The defense has all 3 timeouts remaining, so they have to run a couple of plays here. And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
You can almost sense the coaches challenged this offensive line before they went out on the field, how important this drive is with the lead late in the football game. They are hitting people and pushing people around up front and being able to get positive yards on 1st and 10.
So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now.
Getting set. Here's second down. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. They'll run it to the left. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense.
Big third down play. If they can't get the stop, they have to consider calling a timeout. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has a handoff. Stopped right there at the line. No gain. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Rolling the dice a bit. Up one possession and going for it on fourth down. Offense will keep it on the ground here. The game picks up the first down, tackled at the 37. So they get the first down, and that could be the dagger. This defense needed a stop right there. The offense can begin to think about celebrating.
What a gutsy call here by the head coach to go for this with fourth down with the lead late in the game. Give them all the credit for the execution. This game's not over, but the defense, the only chance they really have now is they got to rip that ball out and try to get a turnover.
They'll switch it up, looking to throw. And he'll lost it to the end zone. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Chris, they come up with the incompletion, but I like the idea of stretching the defense. They can do so much to help out with your short to intermediate passing game, even affect the running game by making those safeties aware that you're willing to take a shot downfield.
Here's the handoff.
Yeah, they try to run the football here, and they're unable to get that first down. The clock does keep moving. The big question now is third down. What do? Keep it on the ground again, or roll the dice, throw the football, knowing an incompletion, the clock will stop.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Give it to the back again. Defense able to stop him. It's fourth down now.
Fourth down coming up.
So here on fourth down, out comes the field goal team. It's crucial here, a chance to extend the lead here late in the game. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. So the delay of game brings the offense even closer to its own end zone. And the punt team now on to kick it away. Looking to flip the field here. And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. Fair catch made at the 15-yard line. You've got to get points quickly here. Looking for explosive plays right now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Catch made on the left side. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
This is why offenses drill down on the 2-minute drill year-round. You want to have quarterbacks and wide receivers completely dialed in on down and distance, and especially the clock. You got to get out of bounds when you can to preserve it. They do a really good job of that right here.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Receiver makes the grab. Then he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
the receiver. He sends out of bounds at the 42.
They need to score quickly here, trying to dial up some big plays. Looking to pass here on second down. Oh, that one's picked off. Going the other way. Can they stop him? Past the 10. Touchdown, LSU. And the defense joins the party with a pick six. And the interception taken to the house. A pick six, potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick six. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
PAT is good. They slammed into the kicker, and penalty markers are down. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. This one is not returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. First down here for this offense. The corner's now playing a couple yards off the ball. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. And it falls incomplete as the clock hits 0-0. That's it. Game over. Well, this head coach told us we prepared well. We're ready. I'd be shocked if we didn't go out and play well. And he had a good read on his team. That's a big win.
This team was incredibly well prepared, and schematically, I liked a lot of the things that they did to counter how the defense was attacking them. Sometimes games can be won and lost thanks to a good game plan, and we saw how it made a big difference today.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been an... Welcome, everyone, to famed Sanford Stadium between the hedges in Athens, Georgia, home to the Bulldogs and 90,000 of their closest friends. This is not just any other matchup. Both teams come in ranked in the top 10, colliding early in the season, each trying to set the tone with a big statement. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Oregon State Beavers. The Beavers will kick this deep to begin the game. Looks like he'll try to make a play with the return. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense trots out there to open this game. And as this quarterback takes the field, eager to see how he plays today. There's a certain gravity about him. You can tell from the warm-up song the way the team responds and rallies around him. Can he come through on a big stage here?
Yeah, this guy is their Superman. And when that opening kickoff is kicked up into the air, his cape goes on. He sets everything into place, gets the offense out of jams, does it in pressure situations.
On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Wow, what a rough way to start this football game for these guys. Already kind of in a hole inside their own 20. In their first play, they give up a sack, and now they're going in the wrong direction, getting a little closer to their own goal line.
And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
With great patience and acceleration to be able to pick up this first down by this back from Georgia. You think of Georgia backs, you think about Herschel Walker right away, right? Sonny Michel, Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, Noshawn Marino. I mean, the list goes on and on.
And a sophomore making an impact play. And the Bulldogs hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
That's a really nice job of bouncing back by this defense after giving up that big gain. This time they get the pressure and bring that quarterback down.
Testing the defense with a throw downfield. They lost the receiver down there. He's got it for a big gain. Touchdown, Georgia. No chance to catch it.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination, this quarterback and receiver, for a big day.
Return starts from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So the Beavers offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. They'll run it here. That's the running back with the ball. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8. So we got the Big Ten versus the Big 12, 2 conferences that have been reshaped dramatically in recent years, Kirk. Always interesting to have these 2 leagues collide. It's an opportunity.
Yeah, in the Big Ten and the Big 12, they don't have a ton of history together, but they do have some history in recent years. Remember, Ohio State and Oklahoma had a home-and-home. Ohio State beat Oklahoma in Norman, and then the following year, remember Baker Mayfield planting the Oklahoma flag after they upset Ohio State in 2017, and that propelled them into a playoff berth. So there's no reason why a win like that on either side couldn't do the same.
Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away. 2nd down after that run on the previous play.
And pick up a nice 1st down.
1st down, looking to throw the ball. Pass incomplete under heavy pressure, just got it away.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
On the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down. So they're short on 4th down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. Trying to connect from 41 yards away. And the kick is good. Offense settles for 3 on the drive. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a 1st down.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. And no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
And looking to throw now on 1st down. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
That play makes it 2nd and 10. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Here's the throw deep downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Dogs.
The key to me in this is the quarterback gets the ball out of his hands early. Allows the receiver to run underneath that deep ball on that post route for a beautiful touchdown.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. Oregon State's offense back out on the field now. It's hard to win these games just kicking field goals. They need to find the end zone here, some urgency. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
He's tackled on the play.
Second down play coming up for this offense. And he'll set up to throw. Worked over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Chris, I don't know, man. I think he gets across the middle. He starts thinking about those linebackers and safeties. Got a little bit nervous, lost his concentration, and drops the ball.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Quick throw to his receiver. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. And an explosive gain moves the ball across midfield. They'll spot it at the 42. And the Beavers hustle to the line to run the hurry-up.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Receiver makes the catch. They bring him down quickly, a short hitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. Crucial third down play after that completion. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Can't hold on. Good defensive play, brings up a fourth down. And here comes the field goal unit onto the field. This is a daunting attempt from 54 yards out. Let's see if he's got the leg. And that one's straight down the middle.
Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he's tackled at the 21. That's when the drive will start. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1. The offense will line up, chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Handoff in a single back formation. Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter. Try and muscle for the first down. And they get him down to wrap up the first period of play. And some big plays through the air have been a big part of the story so far. These receivers have shown up today. On their own side of the 50, but they're going to go for it here on 4th and inches. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Across the 45 now. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. They make the tackle, but he easily gets first down yardage, and the drive keeps going.
I love how they're using the receiver here in motion. With a weapon like this, you just get him the football. Simple throw for the quarterback. He's got all that speed built up. You get him the ball out there in space with a couple blockers, and you get big plays like this right here.
They bring him down at the 5. Solid game, though, in the completion. That last catch, Kirk, puts him over 150 receiving yards in the game. Let's start checking the record books. This guy's making a push.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter what the defensive coordinator calls, whether they play man, whether they play zone. The quarterback's been able to find this guy all day long for such a huge day.
It's a 2nd and goal play for the offense. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bulldogs. So it's still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
Oregon State's offense drops back out on the field. The last drive produced 3 points thanks to an excellent long-range field goal. First play of the drive, he looks left for a completion. Brought down at the 28, and that's good enough for a first down.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
They bring him down to the 32-yard line. The Beavers come to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Bringing pressure. And it's incomplete, just out of reach. A little too much on that throw. After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. And he busts loose right down the middle. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Oregon State. Made the defense look slow that time.
Just give this guy the ball and let him do the rest. The quarterback does a nice job of just putting the ball in the receiver's hands, and then he uses his legs with the run after the catch for the touchdown.
Georgia, 21, Oregon State, 13.
Now they get set to kick it away.
Set to kick this one.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to bring him down. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
He'll hand it off. Finding some room at the 25. Tackle, but first down.
Chris, a really good job here by this back to be able to find that hole and pick up the yards for this first down. And, boy, Georgia's had some good backs over the years, and this young man is living up to that tradition today.
First down. Looking to throw the football. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Using his legs on the scramble. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game, and he's able to do that right here.
They'll run it from the gun. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. Fires it to the wide out. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down. Second down here. Time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. Takes the handoff, and he'll head left. He's brought down, but the game moves the ball to the 39. We've reached the 2-minute warning. We'll have to see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Georgia setting up with a 1st and 10 now. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And the pass ball is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes out. This looks like a pretty obvious call against the defense.
Man, playing defensive back has got to be the toughest job out there right now in college football. You get isolated on islands against these freaky, talented receivers. It's hard enough to be able to stay up with them and try to make a play on the ball, and often you end up bumping them downfield and you get a call like this.
Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown. Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Single back, takes the handoff. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Timeout, Oregon State.
They've already converted once on 4th down this game. Let's see if they can make it 2 for 2. Hands off to the left. He's got a lane. Can he make the end zone? Touchdown, Georgia. This offense is still clicking. So the offense clicking now, Kirk, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing, doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense has shown up, prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
Fields it just outside the goal line. Sort of one down. Sets up the next drive. Oregon State's offense back out on the field now. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime. They cut into this lead. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. The pass is intercepted. Going the other way, can they catch him?
Chris, I think I can hear him calling out blocks after that pick. Or was it the defensive coordinator next door up here in the booth? Either way, they were looking to score after coming up with that interception. The offense, if they did anything right, he was keeping them out of the end zone.
First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And it's a throwaway. That's a good call down here in the red zone on 1st down. Incomplete. 2nd down coming up. He'll hand it off. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
Chris, that's another good run for him. He's had such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
They'll try to run for the 1st down. Picks up a gain here. They'll stop him just a few inches short of the 1st down marker. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter. The offense stays on the field, of course. It's 4th down and inches. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Dogs. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kurt.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
And here's the return from inside the 5. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Oregon State's offense trots back out on the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead or play it safe. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's moving out of the pocket. Gets some space around the 30. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Well, here's a quarterback that just takes control for himself. Picking up some nice yards when nothing else is there. This guy's a real threat.
Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Running out of time in the pocket. Junior steps up and makes an impact play. And the Beavers hustle to the line to run the hurry up. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Pressure is coming. Using his legs here. And he just throws it away.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Offense comes to the line for 3rd down off the incompletion. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Looking to throw it on 1st down. He'll take a deep shot. And it falls incomplete. They tried for a huge gain there, but that's it for this period. The Bulldogs will kick it off to begin the 2nd half. They'll return it from inside the 5. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. Oregon State's offense back out on the field now. Off the play fake on 1st down.
And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all in the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
They look to throw it here on second down. The pocket breaking down. And the pressure gets to him again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, Chris. Is people like to say this is an obvious passing situation. It's really hard to vary things up and confuse the defense. This time the defensive line just came right in, expecting the pass, and blew up the play.
Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. He's not going to get the first down. It's fourth down. The Beavers will have to kick this away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. Oh, and he's got some space here. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finds an open target on the left side. Out of bounds, but not before a big gain. This offense is ripping the defense apart today. First and 10 now for the offense. Hand off to the single back. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
The defense made a good play there, but needs to string along more stops like that against this running back if they want to be able to win this game. The run game has looked good in the first half, but maybe that won't be the case from now on.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And uses his speed to pick up solid yardage.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a third down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it, you convert, and you keep working that clock.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. And the quarterback dropping back. Caught near the goal line. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Return starts from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Oregon State's offense trots back out on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? And it's incomplete. He dropped the first down pass over the middle.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
He's running out of time here. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense in man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
Looking to throw it deep. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Breaks clear over the right side. Can they chase him down? And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Beavers.
Well, that's why this wide receiver is one of the best in the country. Makes a routine catch, and look what he does with it. Takes it almost a length of the field for a touchdown.
He manages the footing, and the extra point is up and good. And it's fielded. Returner trying to create good field position here. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking. Move right down the field for a touchdown. In the clear at the 25. He'll head out of bounds after another big game. They have chewed up this defense with the ground game today.
I mean, it seems like every time this guy touches the ball, it's another big gain. This poor defense, it's just not been their day at all. What a dominant performance by this offense on the other hand.
Under heavy pressure, he takes a shot. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Touchdown, Georgia. To stretch the lead, the route is on. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more.
What a touchdown here by this offense. I'm going to tell you something. This is what separates the boys right here as a quarterback. He knows he's going to get hit. Looks downfield, keeps his eyes focused, makes the throw. And they get the touchdown. Beautiful.
Oregon State's offense back out on the field now. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback still with the football. Gets the first and still running. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks. Well, the quarterback makes the correct read there, and the result is a big gain.
What I like here, Chris, is the ball handling by this quarterback on this read option. The defender commits down to the back. He does a nice job of being able to see that, pulls it out.
The ball is loose. They scoop up the ball. It's still a live play here.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks have got to do a better job of having awareness and taking care of the football. I felt like he got the ball away from his body there a little bit, allowing it to be knocked free. He caught a break because one of his own teammates was able to see that and get on top of the ball.
But he's hammered by the linebacker. What a hit.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
A completion makes it second down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And the freshman brings him down quickly. That run sets up an important third down call for this offense. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. On the run, going to heave it downfield. And it's intercepted right near the goal line. He's got some room and some blockers here. It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Hit as he released it. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Tackle made on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 37 now. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. It's a quarterback keeper. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. I'll give them credit. They didn't lose anything, so it wasn't a negative play. But this kind of play's got to be able to hit big and get down the sidelines for big yards.
Here's a throw underneath to the back. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. So on fourth down, the decision is to trot out the field goal team. And he's got it from 47 yards away, showing off the deep range. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And the returner will be brought down. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. An interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. And they heave it deep downfield. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball. Second down after that previous play. He's going to hand this off. Running with purpose. Solid run. They'll bring him down to the 28-yard line.
pickup of 8. Brings up 3rd down.
And as we wrap up the third quarter, let's check out the quarterback comparison. This has been a terrific duel. Both guys putting on a show so far today. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. And they pick up the first on the ground. They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid game.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big 3rd down. Know what you need to do. Get the first down. Continue to hold on to that lead. Continue to work clock. And get that much closer to securing a victory.
Brought down across his midfield to the 46.
You know, they've got a lead here late in the game, and the play calling, I think, shows you how much confidence they have in this quarterback. He's had a pretty clean game today, and this decision to still throw the ball with the lead shows you that they believe he's going to make the right decisions and make accurate throws.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. They've got him. Defense comes up with a sack.
Chris, let's tip our cap to this quarterback. He has got hit. That's the 4th sack already in this football game. Now, he's thrown for a lot of yards, so it's been one of those cases where either our band is playing or your band is playing. One way or another, you're getting a lot of fireworks in this game.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. He'll take a deep shot here. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Chris, I just don't know about this call. I like the aggressive approach, but at this point, late in the game, playing with the lead, 3rd down and long, maybe you run the ball. You know, work that clock. Continue to think about the big picture. Now you're facing 4th down and long, and I think you got to punt it away and hope the defense can...
Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. They've got him, but he easily makes the first down, and this drive keeps going. Dogs come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. They'll work the clock here with their running game. And that run produces a decent gain. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. And now the running back's got it again. Got space, looking to score. He muscled out of bounds, very close to the goal line. The Dogs looking to finish the drive here. It's 1st and goal. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
I hate to question a play call, but that close to the goal line on 1st and goal, and you throw it. Oh, why not run the football right there?
Pass caught. Can he get in? Touchdown, Dogs. And this one is getting ugly.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play call, and continuing to put points on the board.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Oregon State's offense trots back out on the field. They settled for a field goal from the last possession. They're looking for the end zone, no doubt, here. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
Man, how do you like to be the offensive coordinator for this team right now with the offensive line coach trying to come up with any answer at all to deal with this pass rush? That's 5 sacks now in this game. They cannot seem to stop this pressure from this defense.
Receiver makes the grab. Tackle made after the completion.
You know, they don't pick up the first down here, but they do get some positive yards, and I really like the route to get enough separation to give the quarterback enough room to put it in there.
He's going to take off here. Finds room at the 30. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Looking right, this one caught. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. Here's the second down play. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. It's an out route, the catch made, and he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down. Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Caught quickly. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
Chris, now that we're in the final couple minutes of this game, it's a good time to just kind of step back and appreciate the job this defense has done throughout the entire game. They've applied pressure. They've been physical at the line of scrimmage. Good job in space, and a big part of the reason that they have such a big lead today.
After the incompletion, they'll line up now for a 3rd and 5. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Looks left and finds his target there. And moves the ball to the 35 and another first down.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here.
He's got it right near the end zone. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Oregon State.
Love this never-say-die attitude from this quarterback. He's still slinging it out there. This game's out of reach, but this guy's still putting the ball in the air, and this one's a touchdown.
And he knocks it with a PAT. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. And they tackle him at the 8, so the offense starts backed up on this possession. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? It's a run to the left. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well. Chris, another accurate throw by this quarterback, and this guy has just been on fire all game long. Over 200 yards passing, but more importantly, making great decisions for this offense and put them in a position to win this game.
They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is... all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
They lose yards on first down, so 2nd and long from the 16. From the shotgun, drops back. He'll take a deep shot here. Receiver left alone, wide open downfield. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And the beatdown continues.
That's another touchdown for these guys. Man, they have had a day that you dream about, whether it's the quarterback, the running back, the receivers, the offensive line. The entire unit has been dominant.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Oregon State's offense back out on the field now. This thing is so out of hand. All you can do now is play for a little shred of pride. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Sacked. It's a loss back to the 6. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here.
It is a sack party out there for this defense. Everything going their way. You know that this offense is going to try to throw the football down by such a big margin late in the game. And this defensive line is bringing the heat. They come up with another sack.
Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion. The offense really clicking here.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Powerful running here. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. And he finds his tight end for the catch. And the game just good enough for a 1st down. Well, really entertaining one. It was fun to call. They get the W, Kirk, in a shootout.
Not much to criticize for either of these teams on the offensive side. But they put on a great show. But for the two defenses, especially the losing squad, you can't imagine their coach is too happy with their performance.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm